So it's that time of year again where schools are getting out for the summer and a lot of people are actually graduating high school, which in itself is a really big achievement. If you're a high school student right now that's about to graduate, all I gotta say is, hey, congratulations. That is something you should be proud of. There's people out there that don't graduate high school, and graduating high school is a big step in your life, so you should be proud of that. Obviously, this video isn't talking about that. This video is a story time talking about a senior prank that happened at my school. And yeah, for those that don't know what a senior prank is something that a senior class of a high school would do. And it's usually something funny or creative or something that would cause laughs. But other times, senior pranks could be something disruptive, illegal, or not funny at all. For example, when I was in high school, my senior class, they decided it would be funny to break inside of the school, vandalize the place, and I didn't really think it was funny. In fact, the school didn't really think it was funny either, and as a consequence, they canceled one of the senior events, which I was looking forward to. Both the seniors and the school were in the wrong, and honestly, I'm probably going to make a whole separate story time on that whole situation. I'm not going to go into any more detail because I actually want to cover something that, in my opinion, is actually a real funny senior prank. But before I get into the video, I want to go ahead and shout out these guys for the follow on Twitter. If you want to shout out, then all you got to do is follow me on Twitter. Also, a decent amount of you guys are not subscribed, so if you're new here, consider pressing that subscribe button. I am so close to 6,000 subscribers, and we're going to be celebrating big time once we hit that milestone, so please subscribe. Alright, so this story time takes place near the end of my junior year. And how my school does senior stuff is that the seniors get to not go to school on the last week of school, if that made sense. So all the freshmen, sophomore, juniors, they had to go to school on the last week, right? The seniors, they did not. They get to skip that last week. So technically the second last week of the semester was the seniors' last week, and that's when the seniors did all their pranks. There's 3 pranks that I know of that happened. One prank was sleeping on the football field, another prank was stealing doors and making a door collection, and another, which I will be talking primarily the most about, is someone that put a goat inside this transformer thing. So what I understand is that these group of kids, they thought, hey, for a senior prank, let's get this goat, let's put it in this transformer-like thing, right? And my school, they have this power transformer, and it's just like out in this courtyard area, right? And around it had like a fence. They decided to put this goat in this transformer thing that had the fence around it. They put hay in there, they gave it some food like waffles and a few other things, and they just left it there throughout the day. On the day of this prank happening, I obviously didn't skip school, and the day started out pretty normal, like nothing really happened. I went to my first hour, which at the time it was speech, and that was really about it. Second hour came around and I started walking to seminary. And for those that don't know what seminary is technically church. That might kind of sound weird considering that the context of this story is that I'm at a public high school. So bear with me while I explain what seminary is. So the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, aka the Mormon Church, they have an agreement with the school district where they're going to be able to teach the teachings of the LDS Church. And how they do this is that they have their own separate building on campus of the high school. And if you sign up to do seminary, the high school technically releases you under their supervision and transfers you to the seminary building / the church. And you're expected to go to seminary, and basically you're just under seminary, right? Seminary and the high school are 2 separate entities, but they're like on the same property, and the school just releases you. I absolutely could be wrong, but that's how someone basically described it to me. And basically seminary, all you do is that you just learn about God, Jesus, and all the other teachings of the LDS Church, basically. So you learn about the Book of Mormon, and honestly the class is just super easy. All you do is that you just read scriptures and talk about God and Jesus. That's really about it. It's like super easy. I use that class as a rest period because you don't really need to do any work. Like, there's like zero work. You're just there talking about God, maybe reading some scriptures. That's really about it. I also used it as a study hall period, and the seminary teachers are just super chill. Like, they understand if you're, doing some homework from other classes. Anyways, back to the story. So I got done with my first hour and I started walking to second hour, which is seminary. And to get to seminary, what you got to do is that you have to go outside, walk through the courtyard, pass a transformer, and then you'll get to the seminary building. And the day was pretty normal at that point, like I said earlier. And I start walking to the seminary building. So I go outside, I'm like in the courtyard area, and I start to walk past the transformer, and in the corner of my eye I see this furry little creature in the transformer surrounded by the fence. And I stop and I start to investigate, and I notice it was a goat, and it was laying on this grass thing eating something, right? And I am thinking to myself, what in the world am I looking at? Is this like a senior prank? Is this like a joke? I had no idea what was going on. The most likely thing in my mind that I was thinking was that, oh, it's a senior prank, right? So I pull out my phone, I start taking photos and videos of it, and that was really about it. I honestly thought I still had those videos and photos. I don't. I thought I saved them to my Google Photos or my Google Drive, but I can't find them anywhere. I thought I posted them as an Instagram story or something because I was like really active on Instagram at the time. So I checked my Instagram archives. It wasn't there. So I don't know. I thought I took photos and videos, and I most likely did, but those photos and videos just got deleted. Like, I either had my storage full on my Google Photos or some other circumstance happened where those videos and photos got deleted. But I remember taking photos and videos of that said goat. But don't worry, I do have a photo of this goat. Here it is. That's an actual photo of the goat. This is coming from the meme page of the Instagram account that someone was running for the school. I'll go ahead and talk about that guy later. Just know that I did take a photo of the goat, but I don't have it anymore. So this image is going to have to do. So I take some photos and videos of this goat. And while I'm doing that, other people start to notice this goat too and start asking questions. Some people were asking, hey, is this a senior prank, or do you know what's going on with this goat? And I tell them, like, honestly, dude, I really have no idea. It was just there. Like, I just saw it too, and I decided to take some photos. After that, I walk into class, and I sit at seminary. And seminary was somewhat normal. A few minutes into seminary, some people were just talking about the goat. And the teacher overhears it. I'm like, there's a goat outside? Seriously? And the whole class at this point was just kind of confused on what was going on. So they all decided that they were going to go outside and take a look at this goat themselves. So that's what they did. Everyone, including myself, went outside and we just looked at this goat when we started talking about it. And we all concluded that it must be like a senior prank or something. And that's really about it. We all went back inside. Some other seminary classes got the news too, and they decided to come out too and take a look. And after that, the rest of the day was like super strange. In my third hour, which was math, the math class was overlooking the seminary building and the transformer. And my teacher in that class decided to also take his class out to investigate. After that, I don't know, there was just rumors throughout the day about this goat and people were just checking it out. Apparently the people that put the goat in the transformer, they got in trouble, obviously. Like, I don't see how you won't get in trouble, but they got the goat out. It was a happy story. Like, I don't know where the goat is now. He's probably eating grass somewhere, maybe a few carrots, probably living the best life, but I don't know. That was like one of the best senior pranks that I have ever seen in person. It was way better than what my senior class did, honestly. Some other students, like I said earlier, that year also pulled some other pranks, like the meme guy, the one guy that ran the meme page. He spent the night on the football field, and he also made some memes talking about the goat, which they were pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Apparently, there was another group of students that were going around taking doors off of their hinges, and as a result, they actually got community service out of it. And honestly, I don't remember hearing this senior prank. The only reason I know about it now is because I was checking the comments of the post that had the goat in it, and people were talking about this door prank, and apparently they got caught and they had to do community service, which, you know, that makes sense. Once again, I don't really remember that happening, but apparently it did happen. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then please let me know below. Also, if you have any crazy senior prank stories, please tell me below. I think senior prank stories are insane, and I would love to hear it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and bye.